So, today we're going to dig into this really cool, kind of radical idea that you can explain almost anything using a super small set of words. And to put that idea to the test, we're going to take on one of the most complex topics out there, all by looking at just one simple word. I mean, think about that for a second. Can you really explain almost anything in the entire world with just 850 words? It sounds almost impossible, right? But what if you could? What if that small toolbox of words was enough to unlock even the biggest ideas for anyone, anywhere? That's the fascinating concept we're diving into. And here it is, the magic number, 850. Now, this isn't just some random number they pulled out of a hat. It's actually the cornerstone of a system called Basic English. And the whole goal of this system was to achieve one thing: absolute total clarity. But here's the kicker. Out of all the complicated ideas in the world, the word religion, a concept that people have written entire libraries about, is considered one of those essential 850 words. So we're going to use it as our guide today to see just how much power you can pack into a single, simple word. So let's get into it. How does a system that's all about simplicity handle a word that carries so much weight? Well, the first thing you do is you break it down into its most basic meanings. Okay, so this lays it out perfectly. The word religion is basically doing two totally different jobs. On the one hand, you have the uncountable version. Think of it like the word water or love. It's this big, general, abstract idea, the belief in a god or gods. But then, on the other side, you have the countable version, where you're talking about a specific thing, a system of beliefs you can point to. Like when you say, his religion is Christianity. It's the same exact word, but it's working in two very different ways. Right, but a word never really stands alone, does it? Its meaning is also shaped by all the other words and ideas that it hangs out with, this whole network of concepts that surround it. So, first up, you've got your synonyms. Words like belief, faith, or creed. Each one gives a slightly different flavor to the idea. And words like denomination or sect, they get a little more specific, pointing more toward an organized group. Now this is where things get really interesting. You see words you'd expect, like religious, but then you also see systems of disbelief, like agnosticism and atheism. And then, kind of out of left field, you see science. Now, from the perspective of Basic English, this actually makes perfect sense. Science isn't being set up here as the enemy of religion. Instead, it's just another fundamental system we use to understand the world. This simple list shows you that a word isn't just defined by what it is, but also by what it relates to, and even what it stands in contrast to.
Okay, so we've looked at the definitions and we've looked at the connections. Now let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of what this one word is supposed to cover. I mean, just look at this list. You have massive world faiths like Christianity and Islam, ancient philosophies like Confucianism, and even systems of non-belief like atheism. This one simple word, religion, has to act like a giant umbrella, covering all of these incredibly diverse, complex, and sometimes even conflicting worldviews. That's a huge amount of heavy lifting for one word. And that really brings us back to the main point. This whole journey we just took, exploring the double meanings, the web of connections, the incredible scope of this one word, it was all made possible by looking at it through the lens of Basic English. It's just a powerful reminder that if you start with simple building blocks, you can actually build a much deeper and clearer understanding of really big subjects. So I guess that leaves us with one final thought, a question to chew on. Think about things like politics or economics or even art. What other huge, complex ideas out there could we all get a better handle on if we just tried to start with simpler words?